We're now live on Twitch, so anything that you see from here on out is coming from our live stream here now. So if you see any chats, that's where it's coming from. All we're going to be doing right now is just getting some money for ourselves and exploring a bit more of the map. I want to open up as much of the map as possible without doing any more missions, just so I have a little bit more of fast traveling, make my life a little bit easier. So that's what you're going to see now. It may be sped up. We'll see what happens. We are exploring a bit more of the map today, and we are going to see what else we can find. I really want to get some more money, because I'm pretty poor right now. And not poor, but low on cash. And I also don't have very much of the map explored. So I would like to start opening up some more of the upper portion of the map, but I'm going to end up walking for a lot of portion of it. So I'm going to go up here. I don't know why this is red. So really want to see if I can find some moose or if we can find something else. Got a lot of the map to explore, so let's go from there. Gonna be a lot of remembering to hunt these animals with the right bullets, because I don't know if I have the right ones, but I brought stuff for medium game and stuff for big game. So hopefully I can find something that's a little bit big. I'm looking for moose, but I don't know what I'm going to find. I'm going north right now, so exploring the map. Hopefully we'll find something cool. Don't know if my render distance is going to be good enough to be able to find something like that, but we'll see. Meh. Mule deer. Alright. Okay. See if we can get a mule deer killed. One thing I must really appreciate in this game is the fact that the wolf eating spots actually have bones around them. That's pretty neat. That's a female, so I'm guessing that's towards the water. There was a male up here, so there's so many deer. Just found a bunch of ducks. There's just a bunch of ducks hanging out in the woods over here. They're making a ton of noise. Didn't realize they were there. I don't have a gun for them, so they're gonna get to live. But there's a deer up this hill, so let's try to make a play on this deer. If you were this close to a deer, they would just immediately bust as soon as he heard a twig snap. Oh my god. A nice big moose stood out in the middle of all that. Would be nice right now. Is this just for mallards? Like, what the heck's going on up here? Alright, enough trail walking. Let's get back to the exploration of everything. I think we're going to try and get to this campsite first. And then we'll come back up here, maybe. Maybe we just take the truck out and just start driving everywhere. Beat it up, flip it over a couple times. Alright, moose. Moose, moose, moose. We found a moose. I love crepuscular animals. They should be sleeping this time of day. Because it is... Actually, it should be almost getting time to eat now. Holy shit. Wolves. Lots of them. There's a moose over there. Let's get this water captured. Let's go make a play on that moose. Somehow this moose has hurt us? Oh no. Alright, so we just came up on this moose. It seems to be alerted. Let's just take our time now. Maybe it'll make some noise again. Maybe it won't be spooked too far. Alright, let's see if we can get this moose. Maybe we spooked it just enough that we can get a shot at it once we get over top of this hill. See what happens. I haven't seen it run off this way, so if it did run, it's going to run off that way. Sounds like it's still pretty close, though. Oh, it's only a young bull. We don't want to take that anyways. I'm actually really surprised with the way that this interaction is going, because this is really similar to how an actual moose encounter would go. Especially with a young bull, they'd be curious. They'd be trying to figure out what they're seeing because they don't really have good eyesight. They would probably walk back towards that sound, try to figure out what they're dealing with, try to getting around on the scent if possible even. But yeah, this is pretty common behavior. They would get this close depending on the time of season. It'd be pretty calm. But where it's only 4 years old, we'll just leave that animal alone for now and see if we can find something else. Still really cool though. Okay, we gotta try and get up to this mountain before nighttime, or else we're not gonna be able to find the campsite. White-tailed deer. I haven't shot one of those yet. Or did I? No, I did. I shot them yesterday, or the other day when I was playing. More wolves. Okay, if we can see them, we can. They're chasing deer. What? That's super cool. Let's see if I find an old male. That female can come down for sure. She's the dark colored female that's up there. What is that sound? You know, she's the dark colored one. A nice old male up there too. Actually, you know what? We have this. Our scent is blowing the exact wrong way though. This is insane. I can hear them. It sounds like they're right on top of me. And so I don't know if I should be crawling or not. I feel like I'm crawling right at them. But I also don't want to sit up. But I don't know if I'm wasting my time. That is so close. That is so close. I don't know if that was a good one to take or not, but he's the one we're gonna take. And that should have been a fatal hit. Yeah. Okay. That was intense. I didn't think I was gonna get that close, but I could literally hear him walking on top of me. Holy crap. That was insane. Holy, 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 holy. Now, how far is he gonna run? This is insane. I shot him in the lungs. There he is. Found it. Found the animal. Here we go. Oh wow, we were actually barely hitting the lungs. We were almost too far back. Alright. Well, again, nothing too fancy, so... What is this? What is this thing? Huh? What is this? I don't know what this is. Does anybody know what this is? Gotta like line the sun up just right. I don't know. We are going this way. Oh, there's some deer over there. Well, we're gonna make a run at them. For sure. 300 meters away. Wind's blowing right at them. Let's get on this hill over here if we can. Trying to see which one's the buck, and it's this one back here that I want to take. There's a wolf going right at it? What the heck is going on here? Oh, there should be more interaction than that. What is happening? What is this wolf doing? See, that... I think that it should have attacked this deer, or one of these deer anyways. Alright, I think we're witnessing a little bit of a glitch that's going on in the game. Because that deer is not moving. Let's just see if we can take this animal out. You shouldn't go very far. Oh, there it goes. It dropped right there. I almost thought I missed him for a minute there, but we got him put away, so let's go pick him up. Okay, we just came up on top of that deer. Now let's see what that shot was like, because he was almost essentially facing full on at me, so. It was a high shot, but it was right into the shoulder. Take out the lungs. Good. I don't know. Looks like a standard deer. Now there's a moose. Let's go see if we can find that moose now. Okay, coming up over top of this hill here now. And there's that moose that we heard. 7 years old. I really want to harvest an animal. Really want to harvest a moose. It'd be my first one. But it's almost too good to to take. It's one of the hard parts about being a conservation officer. Yeah. Sometimes see a really nice animal and you gotta pass it up. If I was hunting just for myself for meat, this is an animal I would definitely take. And I guess for the lifespan of moose, they're using an average lifespan because we've had moose harvested in Newfoundland that have been upwards to 21 years old, and I think the oldest moose recorded is in Nova Scotia at 25 years old, or 27, one of those two. That was all based on data of the molars and of the jaw bones that we collect. So I'm going to assume that they're using the lifespan based on an average. And I mean, Western moose might be completely different than Eastern moose or Newfoundland moose in general. So we're going to pass on that animal. We've been looking for a campsite for a while. Let's see, we finally found one. If this campsite's anything like the last one, this one might have a challenge for us, so maybe we can do a mini quest. Station discovered. Can I go inside? Oh, but I can look at the map.
The local swamps,
here we
full
go.
of woody peat and organic material, provide a key habitat for moose. Few places in New Laurentia are free from invasive wild boars, and there are lots of waterfowls and landfowls here. Given so much water, it's no surprise that white-tailed deer choose to inhabit these swamps as well.
Waterfowl, landfowl, which would be like grouse and ptarmigan, mallards, and other species of duck, moose. They said wild boar? Well, it didn't update anything for us for wild boar. But I am extremely interested in the fact that it said there was... I'm extremely interested in the fact that it said that there's landfowl, so... Sometimes you gotta take the headshot. Yeah, sometimes that's what'll happen. But I didn't waste any meat, so... It's the same moose I saw earlier. Ooh, critical. That's not good. Critical. We don't want critical. We want not critical. What happens if you try to swim in this game? Oh, there's no brooks that are deep enough, or rivers that are deep enough that you can't cross. It's good to know. Holy, this needs a lot of work. This is beautiful though. Oh, there is spots that are too deep. Interesting. Okay. So we can't go that way. Oh, you just die. You just straight up die. Okay. Noted. Can't see. Oh, that was a hard shot. I mean, it's shooting like at 7 a.m. Yeah, let's see what we got. And the deer was fatally hit. Now let's see where it went. Ah, it didn't go very far at all. Perfect, let's see what our shot was like. Double lung, exactly what you want. Okay, there's a big moose over here that, or at least it sounds big. Let's go check it. Bought brand new binoculars. 8 years old. 175-meter shot. I don't know if I should take that shot or not. He's 8 years old. He's got 7 more years. I want to find something a bit better than that. I think I can find something better than that. Oh, I spotted that from this far away. There we go. That's the one we want right there. Okay, he's heading this way, so hopefully the wind direction stays good. Can't believe I spotted him. That was really first fight. Just went over the crest of this hill over here, so hopefully he's still there when we get over there. See, I knew if I held out, I'd get one. I think we could probably sneak one in on the front shoulder here. And hopefully get a nice little heart shot. I don't think he'll be going very far. Yes, there we go. There we go. Alright, let's check out this moose. I don't think legs do that. I've never seen one do that before. Actually, I can say I have seen legs not do this on their own, but I have seen legs be that floppy before. I've seen a lot of very interesting and precarious situations that animals have found themselves in after being hit by trucks and other vehicles, so it's a lot of fun when you come up on an animal that's been hit by a transport truck. Yeah, left lung. I think I can hear a cow off on the side. Definitely can hear the cow. And it's not even a trophy animal at all. But still good nonetheless. Now, I thought I could hear a cow somewhere. Sounds like it's down over here. Hello? Nah. Sure, female. She's still got another couple years in it. That animal is sprinting. Holy cow. Haha. It's a moose. That's funny. There's a lot of moose up here. Holy cow. Turkeys. Probably not going to shoot those. Spooked moose. It's one thing I like about the game, but I don't at the same time, is how easily spookable some of the animals are like that. I think those turkeys. Oh yeah, it was turkeys. Like if you're hunting moose or anything like that, it's very often you'll find, wow, there's a lot of moose herded up together. You'll be like crashing through the woods and moose will just walk towards you because they think you're also another moose. I mean, you gotta look at the size of them. They're... What? Oh, I thought that bird was a moose having a problem. 11-year-old female. Honestly, just because she's standing right there, I'm probably gonna take her out. Oh, of course, the moment that I want to take a shot. I don't even know if I hit her. Probably shouldn't have even taken that shot. That was a horrible idea. Oh god. I'm trying to be a conservation officer in the game here, and I'm just taking the worst shots possible. Well, even though we can see her. So check it out anyways. Perfect. Left lung. Exactly what you want. More money. Oh, okay, we want to kill this 10-year-old male. For sure. Trying to kill this wolf, actually. So let's see if we can get him. He's at like 150 yards or 150 meters. Let's take a little crouch. Take a little step to the side. There we go, that's a good shot. Alright, so we know he's over that direction. Alright, so let's see here now. We have oxygenated blood, and he was fatally injured, so that's good. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh. Literally right here. What an animal. That looks like a big wolf. Holy cow. Ah. Except for a black bear. Show you something cool now. If you're interested, anyways. This is a black bear skull that I got. And apparently I just knocked the tooth out of, but that's fine. This is a black bear skull that I got this year. Or last year, I should say. Alright, so shot that through the lungs, which is perfect. That was my first mature. I'm going to taxidermy it just because. Yeah, I got another little one right here. This is a fox skull that I got from my work, actually. I had to put down a fox for my work and ended up taking home the skull. So yeah, I'm a conservation officer here in Newfoundland. And I get to do a lot of I get to deal with a lot of interesting animals. So it's pretty fun. So that's kind of what I'm trying to figure out is you want to get rid of the oldest males for sure because they can't reproduce at that point, because like once you pass a certain number of days or whatever in game, it's a year, quote unquote a year, and when that year passes, that animal will die naturally. So what you want to do is you want to keep high fitness animals in their herds that are still able to reproduce. So even if they're age 8, if there's not a lot of young males around, you want to keep that 8-year-old one around. And then if you find any other animals outside of that, you want to reduce them, like the oldest ones. But when you're dealing with like critical management areas, I'm going to kind of take that as an approach that I would if I was dealing with a critically endangered species in my area in real life. And essentially what you want to do is you want to foster a good habitat. So what I would expect in this game is that, or what I would like to expect in this game, is that if you're dealing with critical animals like this one or this herd over here, is you should see herds or groupings of wolves or other predator animals, and they should have high populations. And what you'd want to do is you actually want to reduce that population to promote more breeding of the younger one, of the critical animals. You'd also want to do things like provide more growth opportunity for other species of foods, but you can't do that in this game, so. But that's how, like, my conservation brain kind of kicks in, is you want to foster the most viable area for them to reproduce in, and that would be reducing the amount of stressors that are affecting them. So if you can provide better habitat for them, that's the first thing you want to do, and it would be by reducing the numbers of these animals over here. So like this here is a 9-year-old female, 6-year-old male. I'm tempted to take out that female. Yeah, see, and that's one thing you can do, I guess, in this game. I didn't really think about it, was you can extinctualize an entire species by just killing them. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's ultimately it's up to you on how you want to play the game, right? So and sometimes there's not much you can actually really do. It's just in the nature of conservation is that you're gonna have to make some sacrifices in areas just for the betterment of the rest of them. There's other animals. Let's see. It's a 6-year-old, 3-year-old female. Yeah, see, where there's a lot of other females in the group, I'm okay taking this one out. I'm just gonna see if I can get in close enough to be able to take a good shot. I want to be within 150 if I can. 150 is a pretty far shot without anything steadying it, so. They're walking away. And it's a quartering away shot. I don't really like that for these animals. Putting it in the intestines. You can kill them, but it's better off if you can get them in the heart, if you can. Let's see if we can make that shot. Oh, it's a bit too wavering. It's not really a good spot. She's still quartering away. We'll try to poke it in, I guess. That seemed a bit high. I don't know if I got her. Oh, it doesn't look like it. If I did, it's going to be a long tracking. Let's go see. I don't think I shot her, though. Or if I, like I said, if I did, I hit her really high. Not going to kill her. Alright, let's see. Yeah, it's only a low spot. Animal survived, yeah. It's too high. Probably just scratched her back for her. Gave her a little itch. See, there's nothing here. Vulnerable doesn't necessarily mean that you shouldn't kill them. Vulnerable, again, I don't know about for this game, but vulnerable in general just means you want to harvest your males that are aging. You want to keep the young sows and just work on managing the population in that aspect of things. By removing the older boars, you're going to end up providing more food opportunities for younger animals and promote better breeding, because the sows won't be as pressured by the older boars to have to reproduce and get rid of their young. Plus, boars kill the young of the newest young, the newest cubs. They're more likely to kill them in order to force the sows back into a breeding stage. So, again, I don't know how much of the actual thought process of harvesting, manipulating the animals around, and the way that they reproduce in real life, the devs that take into account, but that's how I'm thinking about the game. Wood bison, they're fun. Make sure you have the right gun, though. Is this water? I'm so confused. Or is this just unloaded terrain? Lost. My plan is to try my best to just manage them. My main focus actually is probably going to come down to getting these critical areas up and being at a stable level at some point. Just because the way that I'm taking the approach of this game is from a conservation officer standpoint, because I'm a conservation officer. So that's kind of the plan. But we'll see. I'm also focusing on trying to get all the main story missions completed. I kind of want to get into some small game hunting, but I haven't been able to find anything other than mallards. When we discover those small game animals, I will be getting into those, because I enjoy that very much so in real life. I like my grouse hunting, ptarmigan hunting. The only turkeys because we don't have them on the island, so I can't really make up that position. But if you watch my first episode, when I did the training of this game, turkeys did not like me, so I no longer like them. If I'm gonna focus on like one specific species, it's gonna either be moose or bear, only because I'm most familiar with those. I'm really hoping that in the next map that they've kind of teased that they're gonna be releasing in early access is that it's like an Arctic style area where they have like caribou, even like some chamois sheep. Arctic fox would be fun to hunt, ptarmigan, Arctic hare, polar bears or black bears would be fun as well. I think polar bears would be such an interesting thing because if they're going to keep it true to life, they should just have the entire species just be at risk, or like, how do they describe it in this game? Critical. They should just be critical the entire time, and you should be managing a polar bear species. Have seals, that'd be cool. Be able to drive a boat. Okay, there's something in this game that every time you open your binoculars, you just see a hawk. And I don't know why. So, maybe if we see them. Says I spooked them. Killed a lot of wolves, though. That's one thing we don't have here on the island. When we do get wolves, they mostly just come over on the ice from Labrador. And then as soon as they're found, they're either relocated or killed. So they would decimate our population of caribou on this island if we had an outbreak of wolves. So I can't tell if this is supposed to be burnt timber. I think it is. It's just really cool if they have edge habitat like this. This hawk spawning every single time is the worst. It's like the most annoying thing. It's the most subtle thing, but it's like, why every time? Like if I look through my binoculars, I'm sure that one will spawn. Like it's every single time, and it's just like, why? Why does it happen? It might just be something that like I'm only noticing, but it seems like every time I look through my scope or through my binoculars, there's a hawk that spawns. See what I mean? I looked through my binoculars and that thing showed up in the binoculars. It might just be coincidence, but it happens all the time. Why are you by yourself? Where's the rest of the herd? It literally just spawned. They're there. See, like that's a 24-year-old male. That's the one that you'd want to harvest. Problem is they're all hanging out in the woods right now, so. Ooh. Elk herd. See, this female, she's at her limit, and there's no point to keep her. And it's 173 yards. Dropped her. Perfect. That's the one that we wanted to take care of. Whoops, I didn't mean to shoot again. Whoops. I think that was a hard shot because she dropped like right where she stood. Alright, let's see. So this is a 20-year-old female. Right lung and spine. Okay, I was a little bit high. Is there no bullet drop in this game? Okay, I spotted a 20-year-old male. I'm going to go try and take that one out now. Because clearly there's no reason to keep that 20-year-old male around. And his fitness wasn't even the greatest, so. We are totally side questing right now. This is not what I intended to do. I was going to go try and kill some bison, but. Little nitpicky thing. When they have the Rocky Mountain elk up, if it's a female, it shouldn't have the antlers. That's like a minor little, like, annoyance detail. There he is. That's a big bull. That's the one we want right there. Where'd he go? He's behind this tree somewhere. There he is. There we go. Perfect. Jesus, a nice animal again too. So this is the 20-year-old male that we just harvested. And it's time to get rid of him. He was taking up space in the herd. Left lung. Geez, almost the highest rated score. I think the highest rated score you can get is 1500. So that's pretty good. 1100 pounds. It's a big animal. Almost as big as a moose. But the animals keep pulling me this way. Oh, the bison are over here now. There's one. Okay, we're gonna leave her. But is there more? There's always more. They're herd animals. There they are. See, that's a nice mature male. Let's take him out, I guess. 150 yards. 150 meters, I should say. Jeez, there's a lot more than I thought there was. Alright, let's see if we got that one. They're all running there. Oh, he's dead right there. Found him. Didn't go very far at all. Perfect. Feels bad just selling them all the time, but what else are you supposed to do? Is he walking right towards me? What the heck was that about? Go away. You should be scared of humans. Oh, appreciate that you don't want to just turn me off right away. It feels good. I'm trying my best to be as informative as well as entertaining as possible. I don't think that anybody should come in here and leave without learning something new every time, whether it be about the game or whether it be about animals or conservation in general. So that's the goal. Yeah, and the people that are covering it seem to have been like covering previous games, so they're coming at it from that perspective of this game isn't Call of the Wild. Or it's missing this, or it's missing that, and I'm not knocking them or anything like that. It's just I'm trying to take a different approach to it. I mean, if they were to add, I don't know, fox hunting or coyote hunting into this game in a different map, and then they didn't implement coyotes and foxes into this map as part of the DLC, that would annoy me. Because if you're going to add it in one game, you should add it in all games, or like in all aspects of your game, not just in one aspect of the game. Oh, my one big thing though for this game is I was watching earlier. I was watching these white-tailed deer walking towards me, and a wolf ran across in front of them, and neither the deer nor the wolf interacted with each other. Because, again, it's like, how much realism can you expect from a video game? I would expect that if you're starting a turkey hunt at 5 o'clock in the morning in the game, and you're walking out to their like roosting areas or like where their sleep zones are, that they'd be found like on limbs of trees as opposed to just like sitting on the ground, because that's what it would be like in real life. And you should also be able to use something like an owl hoot to shock call them. Because again, I'm not a turkey hunter, but I've seen and heard and talked to enough people that turkey hunt. that like if you go in the mornings for a turkey hunt and they're just coming in off the roost or they're just about to come down off the roost and you like give an owl hoot or a crow call, the turkeys do what's called a shock gobble, and then now you can pinpoint where they are. If that would be something you can implement in this game, that'd be super awesome. But again, it's like, how nuanced do you want to get with a video game? How close to realism do you want to be? That's up to the devs, I guess. There's a rabbit? I don't have a gun to shoot it with, but that was cool. Where are you? There's a deer. Maybe we can get lucky and kill a deer before I get to this other guy. Okay. I don't know which one of these is that female, that 11-year-old female, but that one needs to die. You're fine, but that... I can't tell if it's the one that's standing or not. I might just shoot this in the back of the head, honestly. I'm really tempted. Just to shoot this in the back of the head. It's a really hard shot to take. Hey, Sunder, how's it going? Alright, here we go. We're gonna take it. Back of the head. Alright, that was a pretty ethical shot, I think. Should be either a skull or a headshot. Brain. 100% brain. Perfect. That's exactly what you want. It's a mature female. We'll take that one. Nice. Sweet. We've done a lot of walking, done a lot of hunting, got a lot of animals, got a lot of money, got a lot of new species. But for now, thank you very much for watching. See you again.